What's going on? What's going on, people? I am your host, the God HG. HG is to the street where fact and entertainment meet. Wait. They saying that I've lost. They're saying that I've lost. I lost connection with my Facebook page. Okay. Click here to reconnect. So give me a moment. Let's try to get reconnected. I don't know why I got disconnected from it, but oh, it locked my account. Wow. I'm not about to go through that now. It locked my account probably because I just recently changed my password and it is what it is though. So I want to go live on Facebook simultaneously so we could, get to the people. But we're just gonna go live on YouTube for now. And I work out all the technical stuff on the next go around. So you see the topic. You don't see the topic, you see the question that's posed. Well, the statement that I'm suggesting. Um, the name of this particular live is going to be "Do you love your children?" So, and then you see the statement of what I'm proposing. All children shouldn't be allowed to eat what they want until they're 14 years old. That's about eighth grade. So, um, you know, that's just how I feel. We're gonna go through. I put together like a short presentation for y'all, very short. But it's going to be long overall. Not long overall, but it's going to be more lengthier. Just not today. Today is I'm going to give you sections. So this basically is going to be like a 4-day thing, 4 to 5 day presentation. We're having this discussion. Um, do you love your children? We're also going to talk about, is 14 a reasonable age to dictate what your children consume? Is that too late? Is it too early? Should this day and age, does a parent even have the authority to dictate what their kids eat? Based off the medical industry, based off the type of system we live in, where they pretty much dictate your whole life for the most part. you know so we just gonna ask these questions and have this conversation. So, do you love your children? I know you love your children. I know you love your children. But how much do you love them really? You know, you really got to ask yourself this question, like, how much do you really love your children? Would you allow your children to consume something that you know is bad for them? You know it's bad for them, you know? So, yeah, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So this is my first time screen sharing, y'all. So hopefully everything goes right. I got my monitor over there. I have my actual television over there. So so I make sure I did everything right, and I'll be able to work out any kinks the next one. I wish I could have went live on Facebook as well. That would have been dope. But we gonna get that on the next go round. So let's get into it. I'm screen share. See what we get here. Give me one moment. Be patient with me. Boom. Straight like that. We got action. All right. Let me do this. The reason I'm waiting is just I want to see how the boom. We got action. We got action. Okay. So, do you love your children? Are you willing to stop an unhealthy lifestyle? So those are the two questions that I'm posing. Those are the two questions that I'm posing. Now you see the categories. We got breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and then we got solutions. So basically, what we're gonna do is We're gonna go through breakfast today. We're gonna go through lunch another day. I want to do it tomorrow. I can't promise tomorrow. I can't promise you anything besides today, but I will finish this off. This is gonna be a 4-part series. We're gonna go through breakfast, lunch, dinner, solutions, as you can see. So it's gonna be a 4-day situation, 4 parts, and we're gonna talk about different things within each one. So breakfast. When you a kid, just like when I was a kid, Saturday morning, you done went to school. You know, we're gonna start off on Saturday. You done went to school, um, you know, for Monday through Friday. You got the weekend off. What's the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning? Besides go to the bathroom. You go to the kitchen, and what you get? 9 times out of 10, what you gonna get? There's 2 things you're trying to do. You're trying to get something to eat, and you're trying to sit in front of the TV. You know, if you're just the average kid growing up, you know what I'm saying? These are the 2 things you do for the most part. At least it's how it was when I was growing up. So I don't know. I'm hopefully it's somewhat the same. I know technology and all that stuff. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. All right, let's get into it. Boom. Cereal. That's what we got, baby. That's the first thing I used to do. Wake up, run downstairs. Man, gotta hit on top of the refrigerator. Need that cereal. Now, my favorite cereal personally used to be Captain Crunch. Captain Crunch, you know, with the berries. Gotta have the berries in it. Gotta have the berries in it. You know what I'm saying? So Captain Crunch is what I used to eat. If it wasn't a Captain Crunch day, you know, maybe it'd be some Honey Nut Cheerios. I say Captain Crunch is pretty much what I stuck with. Honey Nut Cheerios is always there. And then if it was like, you know, one of them days where, you know, moms felt a little wanted to do a little bang for her buck and, you know, and make me happy, I would do maybe some Fruit Loops or something. Some Fruit Loops or something. Yeah, Fruit Loops. Fruit Loops was one I used to eat all the time. But Captain Crunch was my go-to with the berries, with the red berries. Not the one with all the different berries, just the red berries. They ain't even have all the different colors, you know, back in the day. It was just the red berries. You can get the plain Captain Crunch, or you can get the Captain Crunch with the berries in it. You know what I'm saying? So I know my stuff. You know, so what did you grow up eating? That's what I grew up eating. You know, like a lot of y'all, you know, I go to the grocery stores now, and you know they still got the cereal aisle with a thousand different brands of sugar. You know, since everybody's kind of transitioning into a more healthier lifestyle, or trying to at least, based off whatever they're at in their process of it, whatever level they at, you know, with their eating, the eating lifestyle. You know, now you see more brands, you know, catered toward, you know, what you could assume is more healthy, you know, assume is more healthy. So cereal. Now, one thing you know that we all know, there's no nutritional value in cereal. None whatsoever. None. You know, if you were to break it down to a microscopic level, you know, it might be, you know, something in there that the body uses and it can be considered nutritional, but it probably isn't none. You know, you'll have to go to your own back of the box and break it down and do all that. I'm gonna give you what I got so far. You know, so one of the main things that's found in cereal is this right here, this long word that I'm gonna try to pronounce for y'all, BHT. And it isn't that the word is long, it's just, you know, I've never pronounced it before. So let's go. It's butylated hydroxyensole. So butylated hydroxyensole. Hydroxyensole. So that word right there, BHT. So this is a chemical compound added to this is a chemical compound. It usually comes in Captain Crunch, Apple Jacks, Fruit Loops, and this prolongs the shelf life. So basically, right here, what you got is a preservative. So a preservative, we all know what preservatives are. It basically prolongs the particular item, so it can stay on the shelf for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks, and it's still considered good to eat. So we all know, common sense, that nothing that's edible or anything that's nutritious lasts that long. We know that. When you go buy fruit, you got a week, maybe a week and a half before it started rotting. When you buy meat, you might, if you don't throw it in the freezer, if it's just in the refrigerator, you got a good week, maybe two, with some meat. If you got a cold refrigerator, you know, before it starts stinking. So how is it you can have some cereal sitting on the shelf and this stuff can last 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 months? What's in it that's allowing it to stay that allowing it to still be 8 after 7, 6, 7, 8 months of sitting there, 4, 5, 3 months of sitting there? And it's this right here, this long ass word. You know what I'm saying? Hydroxynosol, HBHT. So, and then right there, a chemical compound. There's nothing natural about it. It's a chemical compound. Something that's something that's manufactured in the lab, basically. Something that's manufactured in the lab, put into this combination of different chemicals, which we call cereal, and it preserves the shelf life, so it can sit at Jewel's or sit at Kroger's or sit at Publix for 3, 4 months, and then you come in there with your kids, and your kids is running through the aisles. They happy. They see all the colorful packages, you know what I'm saying? And you like, oh, I want to make my kid happy. They're excited. It's Saturday. They're excited to get some cereal. So what you do? You go buy the preservatives. You go buy the chemical compounds, and this is what you're gonna feed your kids. So boom. Now I put the formula down here. I'm not no biochemist. I'm pretty much think I got maybe like a D in chemistry class back in high school, maybe a C minus. But excuse me. But the reason I put this in here is, you know, it's important for us to start learning chemistry. We have to start learning our physical makeup, our anatomy, and we have to start teaching it to our children. We just can't leave it in the hands of the doctors and just be like, okay, and just trust them to, do right by us. When especially we living under a rule of another people. I know it seems comfortable to you. It seems like you're free, but you're really not. You know what I'm saying? It's an illusion. So, they just let you, even cows get to move around in the barn. You know what I'm saying? They get to move around in the barn. They give them enough space to where they can move over here, move over there, move right there, eat grass right there. But at the end of the day, they're still in captivity. So just know that. So as black people, so called, we have to really start just learning these things slowly but surely. You see me, I don't know how to pronounce the word. It's cool. I'm not embarrassed about it. You know what I'm saying? We don't know about anatomy, we don't know about chemistry, and all these things, you know, all these things can benefit us if we learn about them, or could be used as weapons against us if we don't know about them. So let's break this down real simple. This is like chemistry, like baby stuff right here. So we know C stands for carbon, we know H stands for hydrogen, we know O stands for oxygen. Lightweight, you know what I'm saying? The little number, which is the atomic number, that's basically how many protons is within this particular element. You know what I'm saying? So boom, there go the chemistry lesson right there. You know what I'm saying? There go your chemistry lesson from a guy that got a D in chemistry, maybe a C minus. So the reason I put this on here though is to explain this. What do you need? What's the main element that you need to live? What's the main element you need to live? Okay, so everyone should have said oxygen. It's a lot of things you can go without, for a certain amount of time. But one thing you can't go long without is oxygen. If you what, maybe 5 to 7 minutes without oxygen, and that's cutting it kind of close. The 7 minutes is kind of stretching it, you know what I'm saying, before you're gonna die. The first thing is you're gonna go brain dead. You know what I'm saying? Then pretty much after you go brain dead, it's pretty much a wrap for you. So you got a good 5 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes before shit. It's a wrap for you if you ain't got no oxygen. Now, you are made up of carbon, you're made up of hydrogen, and you're made up of oxygen. These are three elements that the body is made up of. These aren't the only elements, but these are three of the main ones right here: carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. Now, the thing is this: hydrogen, well, let's go to carbon first. I'm not gonna sit here and stunt like I know all this. But and there's anybody who see this that know more than me, feel free to comment, feel free to reach out and school me. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a student. But I like when I'm at with my learning is because I feel like I'm the closest to the streets. Ears to the streets. Come on the block. You know what I'm saying? I'm about to break it down for you. I went to class, learned some stuff, and I'm coming back on the block to talk to you about it. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna break it down simplistically in the best way I can explain it for my people, and that's what I'm doing right now. So, for all the people, hopefully we ain't got nobody watching this like, oh, you don't know what he's talking about, this nigga. You know what I'm saying? For the people that, you know what I'm saying, they learn something cool. For the people that's way beyond this level, cool. You know what I'm saying? Feel free to critique it in any way and get at me. You know what I'm saying? So we got carbon. Now, we know the cereal is processed sugar. Now, what you might not know is carbon can be equated to sugar. Let's just say that. Now, that's just the simplest way I could put it. That's the simplest way I could put it because of my lack of knowledge. You know what I'm saying? And I could go deeper into it, but I want to get to the hydrogen part. You know what I'm saying? But but having 11 protons of carbon in there, and we know this is processed sugar. This isn't natural sugar. This isn't natural sugar. So just look at that high number of 11 protons in this carbon, which is processed sugar. Now you made up of carbon, but you're a natural carbon. You're not made of processed sugar. I mean, processed carbon. You have natural carbon. Fruit has natural carbon in it. Natural sugar. That's good for you. So in cereal, you got 11 protons, this atomic number, which describes the ratio of it in there. And look how high it is. But the thing is processed sugar is not good for you. So look at that high number. Now let's go to the hydrogen. Hydrogen is in your body naturally. The thing is, this says hydrogen with an atomic number of 16. Now, hydrogen, if you look down at the definition, hydrogen burns and it displaces oxygen, causes hypoxia. Now you see this. Hydrogen burns. It's a component of hydrogen. Protons are a component of hydrogen, or exist within hydrogen, which exists within the molecule, however you want to break it down, and it displaces oxygen. So that means the more hydrogen you have in something, the less oxygen you're going to have with it. You see what I'm saying? So look at that. You have atomic number 16 of hydrogen in this particular cereal, in particular, and most likely, in a wide range of cereals. And then you only have 2 oxygens. So look at what you're doing when you're consuming this and you're giving this to your kids. You're putting something in their body that has, look at the ratio. You got something that has 2 protons of oxygen, and then you have something that has 16 protons of hydrogen. So that 16 is eliminating that too. Look how much oxygen you're not getting into the body by consuming this. Look how much oxygen you're taking out of the body by consuming this. You see what I'm saying? And oxygen is the main thing that you need to survive. So right there, common sense just shows you how bad it is to eat cereal. And this is what you're feeding your kids every day. Mind you, this is what this is about. I don't care about no grown niggas. I care about y'all, I want y'all to do better. But we have to start implementing better lifestyles in the kids. Like I don't care, you know, by default, you may have to change up your ways because a kid, whatever a kid see, you know what I'm saying, they you know what I'm saying, whatever a kid see, you know, they see you eating chicken, they gonna want chicken. They see you eating cereal, they gonna want eat cereal. But you know, if you ain't strong enough to change yourself, then you can eat whatever you want to eat, but make sure they don't eat cereal. If you want to wake up and eat cereal, make them eat fruit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's about to me. It's about implementing a new way of thinking to our kids. Not our kids, our children. Our children. So you see the hydrogen. Hydrogen burns, displaces oxygen, causes hypoxia. Hypoxia is basically pulling oxygen from the cells. That's all it is. Pulling oxygen from the body, making it where you can't breathe. You know what I'm saying? So just look at that ratio. Look at that. You got processed sugar. You got processed sugar, a high amount of processed sugar. Not good for you. It's not natural. 16 protons in hydrogen, which is high, and then you only got 2 protons of oxygen. So you're getting processed sugar, you're getting high amount of hydrogen, and you're getting a low amount of oxygen. All bad. All bad. Now let's go down here to the bottom. FDA says BHA. Now this says BHT and this one says BHA. I think they're pretty much the same thing. It's pretty much the same thing. But look it up for yourself. Anything that I'm not right about, please feel free to look it up for yourself. School me. You know what I'm saying? We doing this together. We learning together. You know what I'm saying? And anybody, like I said, anybody that know anything higher or just school me. You know what I'm saying? We doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the ground running with this. So FDA says BHA is safe at least at the levels that prescribe for food that they prescribe for foods, but data from the National Toxicology Program shows it is likely a carcinogen. So we all know what a carcinogen is. A carcinogen is something that causes cancer. So you got the FDA saying, "Oh, it's safe at these levels." The levels that they prescribe for food, but the data from the National Toxicology Program shows it's most likely a carcinogen. So now you got to ask yourself, man, how many other things the FDA approved that if it's a small amount, they say it's okay. So let me ask you this question. Would you eat a small amount of shit? You know, I'm pretty sure you could eat a little piece of shit and it won't kill you, but would you do it? You see what I'm saying? So does that really make sense to you? You know, we should be really, you know, on a higher level, we should be really questioning everything the FDA says is edible. You feel me? If the National Toxicology Program says that it's most likely a carcinogen, which it is a carcinogen, I just didn't want to change no wording of what I read and what I pulled from. So they're saying it's a carcinogen, which is cancer causing. The FDA says it's okay in small levels, small amounts. Now come on, y'all. Just ask, would you eat a little bit of shit? That's what you gotta ask yourself. Would you eat a little bit of shit? If you wouldn't eat a little bit of shit, then you shouldn't eat a little bit of cereal. It's not good for you. That's basically what it boils down to. It's not good for you. You know, it's not good for you. So yeah, man. So we're gonna keep going. Now you know we got to the cereal, and you see the next one up there. You see the next one up there. What we got? What we got? You gotta have your milk. You gotta have your milk. Can't have cereal without the milk, right? right? Milk makes a body not good. And man, I'm telling you, man, this one right here is one that, you know, was hard for me to give up. It was very hard for me to give up. I used to drink lots of milk, like crazy. Like it was either alcohol or milk for me. That's like was my two drinks, alcohol and milk. Right, no water. I used to drink pop, but alcohol and milk, like I could go without pop. I couldn't go without milk. I couldn't go without milk. Like I used to drink milk after every meal. Like it was crazy. Like I was probably like I was one of those guys that could do like a gallon a day on some milk. You know what I'm saying? Just silly. And actually thinking, and this is the crazy thing about the mind state, actually thinking that it was healthy. That's was the ignorance of it is was crazy. I actually was drinking milk thinking it was healthy. And I think we all got with those milk commercials. Cause I remember, man, like in the late 80s, man. You know, I'd be sitting at home Saturday, just ate some cereal, you know, sitting in front of the TV, and then you see the milk commercials, you know what I'm saying? You see the milk commercials when they start off as a boy, then I've been drinking milk, and as I drunk milk, boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? But man, come to find out, you know, that shit ain't good for you, man. But now that I'm older and I really think about it, and I just stopped drinking milk, so it ain't even a matter of being older. It's just a matter of having the knowledge and the understanding. You know what I'm saying? And being ignorant to it. And I was very ignorant to it later on in life, real late in life. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so let's check this out. Milk has been linked to increased risk of cancer, heart disease, obesity, and other serious conditions. And the way cow's milk is produced, along with its environmental cost, has long been hidden by the industry intent on generating profits at any cost. Any cost. So, excuse me, y'all, because I'm burning up this light shining like so grab me a towel. So right here. Excuse me, y'all. I got my shades on because of this light in my face, as y'all can see through my glasses. But it's also hot. So, you remember the commercials, like I just said, man. But what's crazy, they know milk bad for you, but they still got it in every grocery store. Know it's bad for you. Still pumping it, pumping it, pumping it. You know, it's crazy how this system, not even this system, man, it's really this country, and this other country just as bad, but you know, America like real bad. And I ain't trying to diss America, but we know how they get down, man. We know how America get down. It's items in other countries that's banned. Like certain stuff that's on our shelves that we eat and feed our people and feed our kids, is banned in other countries. So why they banning it, but America won't ban it? Because America don't care. America don't care. Long as it turn a profit, put it on the shelf. Long as it turn a profit. It's like a win-win for them because we already know some depopulation stuff going on. So it's like we gonna make money off of them, and then we're shortening their life by maybe 20, 30 years by slowly feeding them stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? The BHT, the BHA. You know what I'm saying? Preservatives. You know what I'm saying? We'll slow them feed them that, and then we'll cash in on them on the hospital bill once they get sick. So they making money all around the board with this. Milk has been linked to increased risk of cancer, heart disease, obesity, and other serious conditions. It says it right there. Right there. And you know you got milk in your refrigerator. Cow milk at that. Like we can have a conversation about other milks too. You know what I'm saying? But let's just focus on the milk that's coming out of another animal. You know what I'm saying? It's coming out of an animal. You know, like I mean, common sense wise, when you just think about it, like you wouldn't walk up to a cow and go up under it and start sucking the milk off the titty of the cow. You know what I'm saying? So why would you even consume it? You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. It's crazy. I used to drink hella milk though. Like And still be wanting some from time to time, man. But I don't do it, man. I woke up, bro. I woke up. I can't do it no more. I can't do it no more. You know what I'm saying? But look at this, man. How many of our people got cancer? How many of our people got heart disease? You know what I'm saying? How many of our people are obese, overweight? I was obese, man. 340 pounds, man. I think that was my highest, like 340, 350, man. I lost 100 pounds. I'm currently at 235 right now. Still got a nice little ways to go. I want to get down to about 200, maybe 190, man. You know what I'm saying? But obesity, man, heart disease, cancer. You know, our people dying from this, man. It ain't no joke. It ain't no joke. You know. So let's keep it moving, man. Let's keep it moving. There you go, right there. You see that? Now you looking at this guy. Look at him. He outside like, oh man. He outside like, man, how much time I got left? You know, looking out into the world, you know, regretting his decisions in life, eating all that BS. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was good when you was eating, but it's gonna catch up to you. It's gonna catch up to you. Look at him. You know what I'm saying? Ass out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm bringing this up for the kids. I don't care what you grown niggas is doing. You know, if you old enough to make your decision, you know, what you want to consume, cool. But let's start our kids off right. Let's get them a fighting chance. You know, I think 14 years old is a reasonable age. You know, I would say 18, but I think 14 that'll give them enough time to get used to just doing fruits and vegetables, and they're old enough to be like, if I already know if you go 14 years fruits and vegetables, and then at 14 you have the option to eat a taco with meat on it, you're not gonna. I don't think the kid is gonna want it. I don't think they're gonna want it personally. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know no one who's ever. I don't know no. I don't know no 14-year-olds who has went their whole life without eating meat. You see what I'm saying? So I don't know. But just looking at it and just thinking about it, like, man, they ain't gonna want no meat if they go 14 years without eating no meat or nothing. They ain't gonna want that. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna want that without eating processed sugar. You know, it ain't gonna. You know, it ain't because it don't taste the same. You know, like with me, I'm only a year in with my stuff. You know what I'm saying? It was a gradual build up. You know what I'm saying? But this last year, I've been more disciplined than ever. So, like, I could tell the difference between how the sweetness of fruit versus processed sugar. The processed sugar, it tastes artificial. It gives you that sensation because it's processed sugar is a neurotoxin. You know what I'm saying? So it's hitting your brain. You know what I'm saying? It's giving your brain that explosion. But so far as taste, you could taste the artificialness in it. You know what I'm saying? It's a whole different type of sweetness. You know what I'm saying? Now you looking at this lady right here. You know, you got the queen right here, and y'all probably laughing like, oh yeah, she obese and all that. But you know what? You see what's in the background? Look at all that fine produce right there. You see that? This is a woman right here that's ready for change. She ready for change. You know what I'm saying? She ready for change. This is her first day. She heard ears to the street. She heard HG, and she went to the produce. She went to the grocery store and went straight to the produce section. You know what I'm saying? Smart move, baby. Smart move, baby. I'm proud of you. You know what I'm saying? Keep up the great work. You know what I'm saying? You look beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And after about a few months of that, you're gonna look even more beautiful. You know what I'm saying? You know that your face gonna start thinning up. Trust me, I know. You know what I'm saying? I'm down 100 pounds. You know what I'm saying? Look at me. You know what I'm saying? Look amazing. So you're gonna be down. You know what I'm saying? Your face gonna start to thin out. You know, you're gonna start seeing the bones in your face. You know, not on no Skeletor type stuff, but you're gonna start seeing the definition in your face. Your face ain't gonna look all round. You know what I'm saying? You smell me? You know what I'm saying? You know that gut and that arm flap that's gonna go away. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna start shrinking. You know what I'm saying? The stomach gonna start shrinking. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be all those outfits that you used to go to the mall and wanted to wear, couldn't wear them. You know what I'm saying? Because they just don't make them in 4X. And I went through all this, so I can talk my shit. I remember that, bro. Like I used to hate going to get clothes because they never had nothing in my size. I had to go to the big and tall and shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit don't make you feel good, man. It don't make you feel good when you can't wear what you want to wear because you ain't got your eating under control. You know what I'm saying? So I feel good now that I go to the mall. Like, man, you know what I'm saying? Like man, like I can go wear whatever I want. I be like, yeah, it's time to get fly. You know what I'm saying? You see me, you know what I'm saying? Bling bling, you ain't. So yeah, man, smart woman, man. She hitting that produce section. She getting her some vegetables. She getting her some fruit. No processed sugar. She get that's what she giving herself, and that's what she gonna get her babies. You know what I'm saying? Gonna get them on the right path. Start them off good. You know, start them off on the right track. Start them off early. Get them in the game early to having long lasting vitality. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's about. So you see this at the bottom right here. We got the different hearts. Right now, we just focusing on the healthy heart. We're not gonna focus on the fatty heart and the cancerous heart. We're not talking about drugs. We ain't talking about people getting shot. But even though we're gonna get to black deaths in a minute, but so far now, just look at the differences of the heart, though. You see that? You see that? Look at the differences. Look at the differences, y'all. You see that? Look at all that fat around there. You see that? Look at all that fat. See all that yellow? That's fat. All that white thick, that's fat. You see all that? Yeah. It take time for that to get off your heart too. I know I got a lot of that on my heart. I was 340 pounds and I only been on my health journey for a year, so I know I got a lot of fat on my heart. Look at that. Slowing up your respiratory, slowing up everything, clogged arteries. Look at that cancerous heart. You see that? Heart disease. Yep. See the discoloration? Yeah. And look at this. Look vibrant. Look at that. Look at that. You see the differences, y'all? This is the stuff that we gotta start getting conscious of. You think it's cool to it seems cool until you get sick. It seems cool until you hit that ground. It seems cool, until you start having that chest pain and it don't go away. You see what I'm saying? It's cool. It's everything cool until that day hit, and that day gonna hit. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? You just it hit some later, it hit some sooner, but it's gonna hit. It's gonna hit. Trust me. I got hit last year, boy. I feel like Mike Tyson had motherfucking. I feel like Mike Tyson had on iron gloves. Hit me like a ton of bricks. Woke me the fuck up big time. You know what I'm saying? So man, it's time to wake up, y'all. It's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. Start your kids off early. Get them used to it early. That way, when they get 14 and they can they get the freedom to make their own decisions about what they want to consume, they're going to make the right choices. Getting the kids between those early ages with like 1 and 8, 1 and 9, I think that's what they say, 1 and 8, 1 and 9. Those are the times that part of their life is what's going to carry them, what type of person they is through the rest of their life. So you start them off with the fruits and vegetables early. 9 times out of 10, they will always be on fruits and vegetables, unless they get influenced, on some outside shit and follow us and don't follow what they was taught. Some kids do that, you know what I'm saying. But at that point, at that particular point, you can at least say I did everything I could. You know what I'm saying? So start them off early, man. Start them off early. Yeah. Let's keep it moving, man. Boom. Black people dying just as fast as niggas. You know what I'm saying? And this is for, the reason I put this slide in here is because we got a lot of black people. We got a generation gap thing going on, and then we got this upper echelon black people who who basically just think they all that shit. They want to talk bad about the youth, and the youth is wild, and they're killing each other at astronomical rates and all that. You know what I'm saying? But you so-called civilized, dignified black people, civilian black people, y'all motherfuckers is dropping dead just like them, if not faster. If not faster. If not faster. You got heart attack, stroke, high blood pressure. If you ain't got one of those major ones that's real critical, you suffering from some type of fibroid, some type of acidosis, some type of leukemia, sickle cell, something. You got something going on with you. You know what I'm saying? So that's contributing to your death, and your diet is contributing to your death. You know what I'm saying? So I don't be trying to hear, yeah, our young dudes is tripping. They killing each other up, you know what I'm saying? But you motherfuckers is dropping dead off y'all diet and y'all love it. You know what I'm saying? Y'all love it. You know what I'm saying? You love your cheeseburgers, you love your pizzas, you know what I'm saying? You love your cereal, you giving that to your kids, you love your milk, you love your pop. You know what I'm saying? Everything that's self-destructive, everything that's self-destructive, you're putting it inside your body and you're going ham with it, and then what happens? You end up dropping dead one day on some heart attack, stroke type shit. You know what I'm saying? Aneurysms and shit. Cardio deaths. You see the next one we on. So this is a conversation that we need to have as a community. Um, it's time to have a conversation. We've been having a conversation. A lot of people is waking up, but the thing is, this is all this is new to me. So this isn't me on here trying to like, oh nigga, you know what I'm saying? I'm better than nobody. No, I'm only a year in. I'm 39 years old. I'm only a year in. I'm late. Way behind the curve. Way behind the curve. You know what I'm saying? I'm only a year in. Anybody know me, they know I got it in. I'm talking about burgers, french fries, chicken, milk, alcohol, weed, cigarettes. So this isn't no situation where, you know what I'm saying, I think I'm better than anybody. This is a situation like, man, we really got to wake up. It's time to wake up. It's now. You know what I'm saying? We already late. We already late. The time is now. You see what I'm saying? The time is now. But while we're transitioning or getting to the point where, we even just considering transitioning, we need to start like, okay, I ain't ready to do it yet, but I got a 2-year-old girl, 2-year-old boy at home. Let me not get him some of my chicken bone when I'm eating it. You know what I'm saying? Give them a piece of my chicken. Let me put some fruit in their hand. You see what I'm saying? Okay, I got a 4-year-old boy or girl at home. Let me not send them to school, get them some money, go get some flaming hots. You know what I'm saying? Let me not do that. Let me make sure I prepare them a healthy lunch. You know what I'm saying? Make them I don't know, make them an avocado sandwich or something. You see, if you start them off early on the fruits and vegetables, it won't get to a point where they 3-4 years old and now you can't feed them that no more. You can't feed them that because they used to eating the chicken and the candy and all that type of stuff. So that's why you gotta bring it. You gotta do it from the initial point of birth. 1 year, 1-2 years, you should be breastfeeding. You know what I'm saying? I think, saying just based off my little bit of knowledge, 2 years is like where you should stop breastfeeding. You see what I'm saying? We mess up as you know what I'm saying, as black people, we mess up. We hit them straight with the Similac. And we all know that ain't no good. If you don't know that Similac is not good for babies, then you just ignorant to it. And you have to, and I'm one of many, you know what I'm saying, the least credentialed, no credentials, straight off the block with it. You know what I'm saying? Telling you Similac is not good for your baby. It's not good. That's why God gave you titties to pump the milk out them bad boys. To pump the milk out of. You know what I'm saying? That's what happens when you get pregnant. Your body produces milk. The milk is to feed the baby. But instead of feeding the baby what God naturally gave you to feed the baby, you want to go ahead and go to Walmart to Death Mart and go get, you know what I'm saying, some powdered chemical stuff that they throwing in there. It's cow milk in there. So now you feed your baby who's supposed to be drinking human milk, you feed your baby cow milk. You know what I'm saying? You might as well just let your baby suck on the bottom of the cow. You know what I'm saying? On the cow tit. You don't want him on your tit. You don't want him on your tit. You might as well just find you a nice little female cow and let your children suck on it. You know what I'm saying? Since you too good to feed your baby the proper nutritional stuff that comes naturally from your body while being pregnant. It's crazy to me. But then when you breastfeeding, you gotta recognize and be cognizant that what you're putting into your body, the baby is consuming. You see that? So by default, you need to start changing your ways too. Because when you're breastfeeding, if you're eating, potato chips and chicken and steak and all that stuff, that's going right into your baby. And now you already starting your baby off bad. You're starting your baby off bad. You see what I'm saying? So, it's time for us to change as a whole. I know it ain't easy. It took me to have a real bad health issue with myself to change. But even before I had that health issue, I was already gradually getting into it. You see what I'm saying? I just procrastinated on it. And then God hit me like, bow, stop playing around. You see what I'm saying? Stop playing around. You didn't put it off long enough. I already put it in your mind 3, 4, 5 years ago, and you was making baby steps, but still messing around, being used to what I was used to. I got that uppercut. You see what I'm saying? And it woke me up. So now what I'm trying to do is prevent y'all from getting the uppercut, but most definitely getting these kids on the right path early. They should be coming out the womb on it. If you hear this today and you have a baby tomorrow, your kid should you should be breastfeeding, and you should be making a transition right then and there. Fruits, vegetables. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Fruits and vegetables. All right, let's keep it moving though, man. Let's keep it moving. All right, here we go. This is an article about American Heart Association. Deaths due to cardiovascular disease were likely among Black adults in the U.S. So, American Heart Association, Black adults born in the U.S. had a higher rate of death from cardiovascular disease of all causes compared to Black adults who were born in other countries, according to the preliminary research to be presented at the American Stroke Association International Stroke Conference 2022. Now, you see that, right? Black adults in the U.S. had a higher rate of death from cardiovascular disease of all causes in all causes compared to Black adults who were born in other countries. So the Blacks in America are dying due to heart disease, cardiovascular disease, way more than other Blacks in other countries. That's because you live in a country that don't care about what it gives its people. It's about making money off the food you eat, making money off your hospital bills, and making money when you die. Boom. That's what it's about. Eating off you for as long as they can. They're gonna shorten up your death and then cash out on you when they put you on the ground. Boom. There you have it. There you have it right there. For all you pro-American motherfuckers out there. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't against America, but fuck America in a sense, but you know what I'm saying? But it ain't like that, America. I fucks with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I live here, so it's cool. You know what I'm saying? But we all know how you get down. We know how you get down, America. So I ain't trying to hear none of that shit, America. You know what I'm saying? Fuck you, America. I was born here. I know how y'all get down. You know what I'm saying? So, and this ain't no anti-America speech or none of that. You know what I'm saying? But we know that America is a capitalistic country, and they will put poisonous things in products for consumption of their citizens. And that's just what it is. Now as us Black people, we have to just say, be smart and be like, get the knowledge first. Once you get the knowledge, you can make the proper decision. And then once we start making better decisions as a whole, what they're doing now anyway is now they're trying to flip it like, oh, everybody vegan, everybody going vegan, plant-based. Now they're making more chemical vegan plant-based stuff, which isn't real plant-based stuff. You see what I'm saying? So all they're doing is shifting with the climate, but they're still giving you bad stuff. Those Beyond Burgers, that stuff ain't good for you. I'm not saying you can't ever eat it. I'm not saying don't enjoy it here and there, but that ain't what your diet should be made up of. Just because you're transitioning from eating actual flesh and now you're trying to go plant-based, you're trying to go vegan, and now you're eating a whole bunch of vegan burgers, thinking that you're going healthy. No, that stuff's still chemicals. There's still a lot of bad chemicals in that stuff. It just ain't dead flesh. You know what I'm saying? We got to get away from chemicals. That's what we got to get away from, the chemicals and the dead flesh. You know what I'm saying? But the chemicals, is really what's messing us up. So you see this right here, man. You see this right here. 2022, cardiovascular disease is eating us up, man. It's ravishing our community. It's just running through the whole community, man. We dropping dead. If you ain't getting shot, you having a heart attack or a stroke, diabetes, all that. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, man. That's what it is. So yeah, let me go back to this StreamYard. Move that. And that's what it is, y'all. So yeah, man, short and sweet. You know what I'm saying? We got to get the babies on the right track, man. We got to get the babies on the right track. As we older. It's up to us to set the stage for them, and we can't set the stage by feeding them cereal for breakfast. When they wake up in the morning, they run downstairs. They should have them a nice little assortment of fruit. That's what it gotta be. Make sure it's ripe, make sure it's real sweet, and that's what they should have. Get you some pineapples. You gotta learn about the fruit grouping. You know what I'm saying? Get you some pineapple, get you some grapes, get you some strawberries. Mix it all up for them. And that's what they should be rocking with for breakfast time. We ain't gonna go into lunch and dinner right now. We gonna save those for the next days. But yeah, man, that's what it is. You see the cereal, the chemicals. You eating preservatives. You eating chemicals that's manufactured. Your kids is eating this. I know a lot of you grown dudes is eating cereal too. You know what I'm saying? And I love cereal. If I'm gonna eat some cereal now, I go to the vegan. I go to Kroger's. I go to the vegan section, but that stuff still got processed sugar in it. But it ain't about. You shouldn't be giving it to your kids at all, because we trying to have our future generations way better than us. So, as an adult, if you want to have a little bit of, healthier cereal, but it ain't as healthy, you know what I'm saying? All right, cool. You shouldn't be drinking no cow milk with it. You know what I'm saying? And all the almond milk and that stuff, when you really get into that, a lot of that stuff ain't good for you too. I had to slow down on that. Cause I was doing the almond milk thinking I'm good, but like just as I go on this health journey, I just keep finding out like, man, you think you're doing good, and then here come another thing. You think you're doing good, and here come another thing. It's like, God damn, nigga can't enjoy nothing. But we got to change our mind state on what we feel is what we, what's good to us. Everything that's bad for us is what's good to us. You see what I'm saying? So, we just got to change the mind state. But when them kids run downstairs on them Saturdays and throughout the whole week, you got to have a nice assortment of fruit. That's what you got to have. That's what they got to eat, y'all. And that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? And the fruit be good. Like once you get into it, the fruit be good. I'm telling you, what I do today? I did pineapples and grapes. They're my go-to. I love pineapples and I love grapes. Like grapes was always my favorite fruit. I always like pineapples. So that's my go-to. Pineapples with grapes. You know what I'm saying? Pineapples with grapes. You know what I'm saying? In the morning. Um Sometimes I juice it. Now you get you some grapes, seeded grapes, get you some pineapple, and you put some cilantro in that thing, man, blend that up, man, phenomenal taste. The taste is amazing, bro. The taste is amazing. I think like I can't patent it, you know what I'm saying? It's only 3 ingredients, but that's amazing taste. I'm giving it to y'all. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't never tried it before. Grapes, more grapes than pineapple, and then hit it with some cilantro, a decent amount of cilantro, not too much. Man, it's like a sweet, zesty type of cilantro. Man, it's fire. It's fire. I'm telling you, I recommend it on your smoothie mornings. You know what I'm saying? I guarantee you, if you get that to your kids, they'll like it. You know what I'm saying? And if they and you know what I'm saying, you can take the cilantro out. You know what I'm saying? But the cilantro like give it an extra little kick. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, we gotta start, getting our kids on these fruits and vegetables. I think 14 is a reasonable age to dictate what your kids eat. They still under your roof. Um, you know, it's not late. It ain't too late to where they feel like, because when you 18 and you got your parents trying to tell you you can only eat fruit, you like, you 18 now. That's too late, I feel. I know if I was 18, let's say I ate fruit my whole life. You know what I'm saying? I was brought up to eat fruits and vegetables, but we still ate the garbage. You know what I'm saying? I always it was always some cereal accessible to me. Um, you know, Whatever. You know what I'm saying? I grew up eating the bad diet basically. You know what I'm saying? But my OG did, pump fruits and vegetables to an extent. But you know, if I was 14, I know if I was 18, my parents like, and I'm like, no, I eat what I want to eat. I'm 18. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm probably under your roof, I can still kind of eat what I want to eat. Or when I leave out, I'll just eat what I want to eat. But at 14, you know, I think that's a good cutoff age to where like they ain't too old to be told, but they're young enough, you know what I'm saying? They're young enough to be told, but they old enough to make a smart decision on staying on the fruit. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? So by them being that age, I think that's a good cutoff age. So we're like, look, well, you 14 now. I brought you up eating fruits and vegetables. I've explained to you the benefit of eating fruits and vegetables, the vitality, the longevity. Um, but now it's up to you. It's up to you now. So when you go to high school, your freshman year, and in high school, they got the lines depending on what school you go to. They got the lunch lines. They got different varieties of stuff. I know when I was going to the suburbs, when I was living in the suburbs during my freshman and sophomore year, I went to Thornwood High School. We had like 4, 5 lines. You know what I'm saying? You got the deli, then you had the hot lunch over there, then you had another type of hot lunch, then you had a dessert line. So you had like crazy options, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't remember never seeing no fruit, but I think I did. They had like little fruit cups and stuff you can eat. You know what I'm saying? Little fruit you can pull up. You know what I'm saying? I never ate that shit. I was always eating bullshit. But then when I moved back to Chicago, um, it was just either pizza or hamburgers in the high school. You know what I'm saying? I went to CVS. It was pizza or hamburgers. That was always the lunch. It was like, and that's what I'm saying. Even the school systems. Look what you provide your kids. So you don't even leave, even though your kid might be 14 and want fruit. Look at the options they got. Look at the options they got. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you, when I went to CVS my junior year. I got to the lunchroom and I was mad because even though I was eating all the wrong stuff and I like pizza and I like hamburgers at that time, um, in Thornwood, at least you can go get you a sandwich, a ham sandwich, a turkey sandwich. You can go get like a different variety of stuff. I got back to Chicago. I go in the lunchroom. It's dry pizza, dry hamburger. The next day, dry pizza, dry hamburger. It's like that's always on the menu. You know what I'm saying? So it was crazy, man. So that's another thing that needs to be discussed. The curriculum, not the curriculum, but the I don't know what the word would be for. I can't think of the word right now, but basically just what they're feeding our students, feeding the students. You know what I'm saying? The lunch menu. You know, what's on the menu. Who's dictating the food that's being served at these schools. You see what I'm saying? This is a big issue because I mean, we should be homeschooling, and see that's another thing. See this thing is so many different avenues. You know what I'm saying? We should be homeschooling, but why we can't homeschool? Because 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna say 9 times out of 10, but in most cases, it's a one parent household. You know what I'm saying? Now, if a one parent household, somebody got to pay the bills, so now you got to go out and go to work. A lot of people ain't entrepreneurs, so they ain't working from home. They ain't got no business to self-sustain themselves, so they got to go out and work. So that means they need somebody to watch the kids. So now you got 9 times out of 10 is gonna be another race teaching your kids, or the curriculum is not set up for your kids um, to really, take their education to that level. You know what I'm saying? Take their education, to where it need to be. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's a lot of whitewashing going on, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of whitewashing. So I mean, I don't have no kids, but I would want my kids to grow up that way. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you're gonna get the basics, the math and the English. You know, those are the basics. You know what I'm saying? But it's so much further we could go with our education if given the right type of curriculum. You know what I'm saying? But we don't get all up into that. We stand on the food. We stand on the lunchroom. You know what I'm saying? But I think 14 is a good age. And let's start implementing this stuff. We got to start implementing, man. So no more cereal, man. No more cereal. And if you is gonna do some cereal, um, go go for a good healthy cereal, as healthy as it could be. Like I think you could do like and they should be doing fruits and vegetables. That's just basically what it is. But if you wanna if you're gonna do a cereal, possibly maybe some hemp milk, you know, you could do the almond milk, you can do the hemp milk, um, you can do coconut milk. You got some alternatives, and then but you got to be careful with that because it still got some chemicals in it that you shouldn't be consuming. So you can't go heavy with that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to have a little bit here and there, cool. Until you get to a point where you're making your own milk. You know what I'm saying? From coconuts and hemp, and then you can dictate what go in it. Everything that's in it is healthy. And so far, cereal, the only thing I could think of right now that don't got a ton of sugar in it, it do have like grains in it, and too much grain could be bad for you. Um, is maybe like those Cheerios without, not the honey Cheerios, like the plain Cheerios. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of different stuff you can find out there. Just look at the back of the thing, and if it got added sugar in there, then that's what you know when you're dealing with a lot of processed sugar. But you still gonna mess around, probably have the preservatives in it. See? So you just got to be conscious of these things. The thing is to be conscious of it and start implementing it so slowly, but we need to start implementing it quickly when it comes to the children. You could take your time with getting your health together. You know what I'm saying? But with the kids, we got to start raising these generations to where, like, they just super saiyan, healthy, intelligent, common sense go getters, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to start building the next generation up. We can't have our generations coming out effed up, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what's been going on. Why you think these youngsters, they blowing each other heads off, man? Because they ain't get a good start. They ain't get a good start. You see what I'm saying? So if we want if we want their kids, if we want And this conversation is for the ones that's younger than me. Like I'm talking, like I'm 39. I'm talking right now to 20-year-olds, 21-year-olds, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. I'm talking to you. This is who this conversation is for. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to the age, if I would have had kids at a certain age, who would be my son? You see what I'm saying? I'm 39. Let's say by average, people have their first kid around 20 to 25. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to my 20-year-old son right now. My 25-year-old son right now, telling him, you got to get your kid on point, bro. Fruits and vegetables. We got to start off healthy with that first. You see what I'm saying? Before we start getting into all the other social issues, you got to get it right with the crib at the crib first. And the way to get it right at the crib is fruits and vegetables. Breast milk, breastfeeding, breast milk, breastfeeding first, and then fruits and vegetables as kids, and go through that their whole life, not their whole life, but up until 14. And you implement other things besides fruits and vegetables, some peanuts, different things like that. Try to stay away from the crazy starches or too much starch. You know what I'm saying? You could implement some other things, potatoes, sweet potatoes, not the white potatoes. Get some sweet potatoes. You know what I'm saying? And when they get 14, boom, you let them go and be like, look, I taught you how to eat. It's up to you how you go forth with this. Seem reasonable to me. I don't know. But man, I appreciate y'all rocking with Ears to the Street. Y'all came on the block, rock with me. You know what I'm saying? With Fact and Entertainment Meet. We did a lot of facts today. You know what I'm saying? It's been a minute. I'm gonna start going live on these. I wish I could have got Facebook and Facebook, with it today. But we'll get it on the next one. The next one, we this is a four-part series. This is just part one. Do you love your children? So the next conversation, we're gonna be talking about lunch. We're gonna be talking about lunch. So we already know what they don't need to be eating for breakfast, and it ain't no cereal. We know what they don't need to be eating. They don't need to be eating cereal. They need to be eating fruits and vegetables. And when I say fruits and vegetables, that means it cancels out everything else. We only talked about cereal, but that cancels out everything else. That cancels the eggs. That cancels the grits. That cancels that cancels pancakes. You gotta find healthy solutions. You can get like maybe like spelt flour or something, and make like a spelt pancake form, and then get maple syrup. Don't get that crazy syrup with the crazy sugar in it. Even maple syrup, it got sugar in it, but it's a natural sugar. You know what I'm saying? To my knowledge, the grade A maple syrup, it come out of the maple tree. It's maple syrup. You know what I'm saying? So stick to the natural stuff. Anything that's coming from plants, anything that's being grown out the ground, anything, trees, maple syrup. You know what I'm saying? Stay away from that other syrup. You know what I'm saying? Stay away from the jelly. Gotta leave that stuff alone. All these little condiments that we used to eat, we gotta give it up. It ain't no good for you. It ain't no good for you. So that like I said, that cancels out the eggs. That cancels out the cereal. That cancels out the sausage. If you're gonna do the plant-based sausage, that should be something that you do here and there. It shouldn't be an everyday thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Next one we're gonna do lunch. I think this thing went kind of long. You know what I'm saying? Just on breakfast, shit. I was planning on, and that's only like 6. That was only like 5 slides and shit. But I be talking a lot though, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? It's the guy HG. I'm going live more. I got something new for y'all this year. You know what I'm saying? Last year I was just getting started. With Ears to the Streets, but this year I'm gonna switch it up a little bit. I'm gonna keep it the same with doing the podcast, doing the interviews. I'm gonna be bringing y'all a lot more live footage. live content. You know what I'm saying? And we gonna start talking about these issues and start prepping for stuff, man, because we behind. We behind big time. Just like we behind with our kids feeding them cereal, we behind in so many different other ways. And Ears to the Streets is dedicated to getting y'all ahead of the curve. You know what I'm saying? As much as possible from what I can do with where I'm at with it. There's a lot of people out here that's doing stuff on a bigger, higher level than me, and I salute those people, and I learn from them people, and I want to work with those people. If I'm never gonna work with them, I'll promote those people if it's genuine and it's positive and it's for the community. That's what I'm about. You know, it ain't with me. It ain't no pissing contest. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no pissing contest for me. I do this because I've always been someone who has cared about his people. I've always been on some pro-black shit. I'm not anti nobody, but I'm definitely on some pro-black shit. I'm pro-righteous. And the health thing is just something that I'm newly on, and I want to promote that and get it to the people because I know they need it, and they are not knowledgeable because I wasn't knowledgeable, and I wasn't knowledgeable until like my early to mid 30s. You know what I'm saying? Not knowledgeable on the things I was eating. I was eating whatever I wanted to eat, and but the thing is, I didn't know it was bad for me. Now, being a glutton, you know that's bad for you. You know, like if you go, like I knew, like okay, I'm about to go get a hamburger. Now I know getting 4 hamburgers is bad. You see what I'm saying? So in that aspect, I knew like eating a lot was bad, but I didn't know like eating meat was bad. I thought that's what you were supposed to do. That's food. You know what I'm saying? You want a burger, you eat a burger. You know what I'm saying? That's what I thought. Oh, I want some milk, I drink some milk. You know, it got calcium in it. You know what I mean? So, basically, you know what I'm saying, being ignorant, and anybody that's out there that's ignorant, and ignorant ain't no bad thing. It just means you just don't got the information, man. So, each one teach one, man. We still rolling with that. Um, you know, and Ears to the Streets just gonna do its part, man. I'm one dude. Um, I'm one dude, and I'm passionate and I'm adamant about informing the people about what they need to know so we can survive out here and have longevity. And that's what it is with the God HG, bro. So man, that's what it is to the streets. Now, what I'm gonna do is play y'all a conclusion song. I guess you could call it. So this is a song. This is oldie but goodie. New to y'all, old to me, still fire. And be mindful of the words. You know what I'm saying? Because it's definitely relevant. So I'm gonna share my screen. This is a song from yours truly, HG. I got one of my homies, Cheese De Niro, on here. And I'm gonna play this for y'all on the outro, man. Much love and peace. We out.
Blessings. Chris really big. Just count my blessings. Get him wanted to go with this the shit that happened. It was fucked up. Count my blessings like I count my money. 5 times a day, 5 shot 38. I ain't trying to die today. My cuz got a dub, I ain't trying to go away. Blaze up a blunt soon as my high go away. 2, 3 5s a day, it's a blessing I can breathe. Could be locked up in a cage, it's a blessing I can leave. The devil's in Chicago, I seen it with my own eyes. Can't trust the soul, I've been shicey by my own guys. Now I'm in the hole. I used to think that half of Reggie was a lot. I used to have time to scrap, now I pop. I used to drink it straight, now I add a little pop. Money in the bank used to be a Nike sock. The Crown Royal bag had the nicks when a nigga used to post up, and I ain't talking pics. When rap made sense, even back then I counted my blessings. God don't be putting it all our things. Just count my blessings. Motherfuckers know it's shotguns. Motherfucking blazes out there to us. They with me.
Willie.
I stay blessed like Sunday dinners. I slow down on that bottle. I used to get a lot better. Blow a whole ounce and nowadays enjoy getting splendor. Stay fly in the summer. I move the bird every winter. Top drawer, hold your checks and once a hell my homies check. 30 cal in my bit. My mama didn't know shit. She found my stash 1,000 times. Now I'm paying the rent. I got jump out the cannon. I ain't boxed ever since. Cuz called a murder case with the trial of his defense. 10 years later, cuz still locked behind the fence. Smoking dope up in the cloud. Can't observe me for the tent. I pray I'm blessed after I sin because the nigga do repent. I be grinding most of the time. I used to stay up in some bullshit. Now I can decipher any rubric and break rappers down, dog. I'm talking to the cubic. I fuck with niggas I can use. If not, that means you're useless. Been blessed. He tried to fight him. I tried to tell a nigga let him go. They snatched his motherfucking shit off his back and his motherfucking married man. Live life. These bitches was out here trying to learn. It's all good. We get everything back. Niggas sleep. Guess what? Wake up.